Who has Jeffrey Epstein's
Black Book?
Black Book?
FBI.
But who? That is, I mean, there's...
Oh, that's under direct control of the director of the FBI. The FBI airmailed into that operation and said, this is not getting out. Because they do that because this is another government gangster operation. All these local law enforcement communities get funding from the DOJ and FBI for local programs. And if you don't cooperate, you're not getting your $1 million for this, and you're not getting and that's a lot of money to these local districts. That's how they play the game. That's why you don't have a Black Book. Or the
but the Black Book, it's not just sitting. I mean, that's Hoover power times 10.
And to me, that's a thing I think President Trump should run on. On day one, roll out the Black Book.
So you may be wondering, okay, after all that, Kevin, what do we have? Well, so far we do have 7 flight logs. We have an Epstein contact book. We have a masseuse list, which strangely was redacted. Now, I should add this as well, Laura. Many of the names that we saw on the flight logs, at least so far, mirrored some of the names that we've seen before. There was obviously a criminal action that involved Ghislaine Maxwell. Some of the names on that flight log list, we've already seen those before. But what was interesting so far tonight, and I'm still going through it, we did see a few names in that contact book I told you about. Among them, Michael Bloomberg, Alec Baldwin, and former UK Prime Minister Tony Blair.
Who has Jeffrey Epstein's
Black Book?
Black Book?
FBI.
But who? That is, I mean, there's...
Oh, that's under direct control of the director of the FBI.
Well, the Epstein Black Book, like on day one.
On day one, roll out the Black Book.
So will you work with me on this issue so we know who worked with Jeffrey Epstein in building these sex trafficking rings?
Absolutely, Senator. Child sex trafficking has no place in the United States of America, and I will do everything, if confirmed as FBI director, to make sure the American public knows the full weight of what happened in the past.
You said Jeffrey Epstein committed suicide. People don't believe it.
Well, I mean, listen, they have a right to their opinion, but as someone who has worked as a public defender, as a prosecutor, who's been in that prison system, who's been in the Metropolitan Detention Center, who's been in segregated housing, you know a suicide when you see one, and that's what that was.
He killed himself. You want me to get, I've seen the whole file. He killed himself.
I'm telling you, don't trust anyone, me included. We don't bring receipts, throw it out the window.
This was a concocted interview that they both knew she was going to ask him that question.
Yeah.
Exactly. I can tell what you're thinking. I think the same thing.
So why?
They're trying.
Why?
Because they promised that they were going to release all the information on Epstein, which means
this
the
is their way to bury
Mossad,
it.
Israeli intelligence, child rape, so they can blackmail our politicians. If they released all the info, it leads directly to Israel.
Epstein was a CIA Mossad asset that was recruited and was doing a blackmail operation. I think that's crystal clear. No question about it. So
pretends to be the party guy, just like Diddy.
Drugs,
cameras, drugs.
The CIA, as part of MK at Operation Climax, where they would lure Jongs in with drugs and prostitutes, and then this drunk CIA schmuck would sit on the opposite of a two-way mirror and take notes on what, just evil, wicked stuff. And that's what they're using Epstein for, was blackmail operations. And they got some pretty high-level people snared into that.
He knew a lot on a lot of people.
He was a spy. He was not just some random pedophile. This is a matter of national security. And all the blackmail that he collected, much of the fruits of his operations, are still in play. And I'm still waiting for a convincing argument that his primary employer was someone other than Israeli military intelligence. But we are talking about a whole network, vast enough and powerful enough to hand cash an empty box of official FBI files that show nothing, despite the fact that we know the FBI confiscated blackmail tapes from his mansion that contained recordings of many of these powerful people engaging in sexual acts with minors. We know that Epstein kept trophies like a large painting of Bill Clinton wearing a blue dress.
That painting is like, I got you, bitch. That's what that is.
Oh, right.
You got a president who was on the flight logs 26 times with Epstein, and you got that guy in a fucking dress in your house.
Oh, now you kind of control a president.
Holy shit, dude.
Holy shit. It's
well, that's
crazy.
100% what they were doing.
That is so crazy to think about. Like a president who is being extorted, the president of the United States being extorted, that you are now you are just a puppet.